So how did feedback that I received early on change the way I approached my film? The earliest feedback that I got when presenting my idea in the first place was that my film was too vague, that it was very cliche, and that I was falling into like specific tropes of student films. Originally I planned on having really intense red and blue light contrasts, and I planned on really on having a shot or two throughout the film that emphasized my lava lamp, and just focusing on the lava, if you will. And I was specifically told that it's just cliche, and that I should really steer clear of that and try to make something that's not just another student film. And so taking that in, I also was told that, along with it being vague, it just wasn't clear what the issue was with the character, right? And I wanted to help clarify that, but I didn't want to over-explain it. I think it's really important that you kind of sit in the uncomfortability and the hesitation, because that's kind of what the whole film is about. So if I over-explain things, you won't really sit in that and feel it the way I intended for you to feel it. So I needed to find a way to help the audience understand what's going on a little more without inherently telling them and without essentially providing too much information. So ultimately I focused on just getting specific visuals and structure that allowed me to help portray that through emotion and through sound and through again the visuals, to really hone in the exact kind of a feeling that I wanted you to have. I had to adjust many shot choices, a lot of the lighting choices as well. I went from having the red and blue lighting scheme to a very muted color palette for the most part, kind of drawing back the saturation, and I kind of was wondering how I could play with the saturation. So at the start of the film, I have the saturation. It's pretty subtle, but I have the saturation turned back more at the start of the film, and as it progresses, the saturation slightly increases, as if a little bit of color, a little bit of hope, if you will, is kind of returning to his life, as he battles with stepping out of that isolation. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that answers the question. How did feedback change the way you approach film? Yeah, I think, yeah.